center on our Saturday nights. Laval Rocket working it from their zone. Condata chipped into the Phantom side. McDonald there slams into Sammy Blais, and Lehigh Valley steals it back. Grunstrom, such a hard worker, chips it up in the corner for Anthony Richard. Going in after it. Didier beat him to the puck and rolls it around for Simoneau. They're breaking the Lehigh Valley Phantoms forecheck pressure. Blais pass it off his own teammate. He's trying to rifle it across and hit off the back of the leg of his own teammate, cutting and cut. That was Condata, but it worked out okay. Laval just started up again, circling back behind their own goal, ready to start the breakout with 12:35 to go in the first. Nothing score. Phantom steal. Trying to go backdoor for Gaucher. Gendron's pass was tipped, so that one faded out. Getting a shot through traffic off the pads of Fowler. He didn't even see it, but then recognized, oh, the puck just hit me. Didn't even see it coming. Dauphin and Laval in goal. Handing it off to Alex Belzile. Belzile from Dauphin. A couple of veterans team up and score. And Alex Belzile with his 5th of the year gives the Laval Rocket a 1-0 lead at 7:42 into the first period. Well, that's what Belzile does. He spent the last 2 seasons with the Hartford Wolfpack, and then he returns to Laval, where he is one of their team's most valuable players in their history. I think what a great opening act here for Lehigh Valley, and somewhat reminiscent of the third period that the Phantoms played yesterday at Wilkes-Barre-Scranton, which shots were 14-4, and one of those 4 was the empty net goal, so 14-3 for real when there was actually a goalie in there. But that was desperation and urgency when the Phantoms were down 3-0 and 3-1. Here it's early on in the game, and 0-0 and down 1-0, and the Phantoms are looking great. Lehigh Valley up ice with Gritty down there, getting the cheering going from the fans, as you can tell. I can't even see where he is, but he must be somewhere because they're responding to Gritty into the zone and shot off the side of the net. Picked up by Helge Grans. 250 career AHL games for Grans in his 3rd season with the Phantoms, but previously with the Ontario Reign and the LA Kings system, and still only 23 years old. But now now he's one of the leaders, veteran leaders practically. He's only 23, but he's one of the older, experienced guys on the blue line, along with Adam Yinning while he's here. But he won't be here after tomorrow. Here comes a little partial break goal, dashing around and in, Sammy Blais. And the Laval Rocket retake the lead as Blais dangles around a D-man and takes it to the house and scores. So Sammy Blais, claimed off of waivers, going back and forth from Montreal to Toronto, the former St. Louis Blue, and 265 career NHL games. Blais, in his Laval Rocket debut, stuffs it in to give them it. He goes to the box on the 3rd penalty in a row called against Lehigh Valley. Talking about penalties, John Snowden doesn't like the bad penalties that the Phantoms have taken, but also some of the calls. And there was a penalty that went against Helge Grans for Wilkes-Barre-Scranton's 4th power play of the game. Boy, that is a soft call. They just showed the replay, and he got a little bit of the stick there. And he's just so strong, and he wins the puck. So Laval gets its 3rd power play in a row. Grans was called for an interference on a power play pick or screen. Something that happens over and over. I said it, it happens 100 times a game. John Snowden earlier today, he didn't know that I said that. And he said, this is something that happens 55 times every game. I said 100. Essentially, we're saying the same thing, even though we went with different numbers, right? It happens a ton. Grans got called for it, and Wilkes-Barre-Scranton scored on that power play to make it 3-0. Well, here, it's a 3rd power play in a row for Laval, and Snowy, as well as Carl Grunstrom, I'm sure agree. They thought that was a soft call. Waugh is in. Shot off the right pad of Bjarnason, and they put it in on the rebound and score. Alex Belzile finds the loose change in the low slot and buries it. Power play goal for the Rocket. It is 3-1. And for the 2nd night in a row, a penalty call that the Phantoms thought was a soft call immediately leads to a power play goal in the back of their net. Laval's 3rd try was the charm. Great save through traffic off the right pad for Carson with Reinbacher chasing after it. Grunstrom was hustling up there as well, but it goes as an icing call with 53 seconds to go in the 3rd. And another icing, so another offensive zone face-off for the Laval Rocket. Phantoms were down 3-1, but goals for Kyrou and Richard and Peterson. Putting Lehigh Valley on the brink, on the precipice at 4-3. Face-off win for Laval. They're winning a lot of key draws here late. Wow, for Reinbacher, shoots it off a body. Blais was in front. Bjarnason saw that all the way, but it deflected over to the corner. Phantoms get there to it. Kept into the blue line. Long shot tipped in and a goal. They got a tip at the net front. It's Sammy Blais on a little backhand flick and chip with 36.6 seconds left. A 6-on-5 goal for the Laval Rocket with 36.6 seconds left. Second goal of the game for Sammy Blais in his first game back, and we are tied at 4-4. It looked like he tipped it in on the stick side of Carson Bjarnason. Peterson had a lane to shoot for Bjarnason. Alex bumps turn. He almost won at the end of overtime. Way over to the right for the lefty shooter. Bump is in off the pads and deflected away. Jacob Fowler looked like it might have been off the right knee as he robs Alex Bump and knocked that one upstairs and out. No score, second round. Sammy Blais, also 2 goals. He tied it with 36.6 left. Very slowly in on Bjarnason, and he scores. He lifted the backhander over the left pad of Carson Bjarnason. Elevated the backhander, moving in slowly and stick handling in on him. It's up to Alexei Gendron to keep it going. Third round, Gendron has to score to keep the Phantoms alive. Gendron comes at the puck and now rotates over to the left. He's moving in slowly on Fowler, shooting off the glove. Fowler got a piece, and the Laval Rocket come from behind and win. The Laval Rocket win 5-4 in the shootout. Oh, what a wacky game. The Phantoms down 3-1. Scored 3 straight and rally, take a 4-3 lead.